what we're doing, taking information from every source, clients, whatever questions you guys have, comments, however you get them to us, we will start to answer them. And the one that's come up a bunch, I need you to help us understand. TMI.
Too much information,
Too
Dave.
much information, yes. So this is more relative to leasing.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So
this is commercial leasing talk. TMI, taxes, maintenance, and insurance. And we get a bunch of different questions around this topic, right? What is TMI? What's included? What's not included? And then, just when you think you got a grasp of that, all of a sudden people start throwing out CAM. Right? And you're like, okay, here we go, start over again. So again, this is for tenants, right? Like this is really like, landlords have a decent grasp of what this is because they're charging it, but this is smaller tenants, people that are looking to get into a retail component, 1,500 square feet, their first one, whatever it may be. Maybe they were in a gross lease before. Like I've worked with a lot of tenants that are very well established, but they were in a gross lease for the last 10 years. Now all of a sudden they go, TMI, what the heck's that, right? So
so demystify this for us. So let's say I'm looking, actually we just said somebody looking for 2,500 square feet office in Burlington. So I phone you. What? My head's spinning. Gross. TMI. CAM.
Yeah. Semi-gross. Yeah. All the good stuff. So TMI, as the acronym states, so it's taxes, maintenance, and insurance. So it's the tenant's proportionate share of the property tax, maintenance cost to run the building, and insurance cost. Right. So those are the main three at the very minimum. That's what you're going to see. So what this is, it's going to be something that's attached to your rental rate. So usually we would say rent is going to be $10 per square foot. Okay. That is annual. Right. It's always annual. I get a lot of people that, they come to me and go, I want $2 a square foot. And I go, what do you mean? And then they go, and I go monthly, and I go, oh, okay. So we always work annually, and then we can break it down into a monthly payment for you. But you're going to take your base rent, which let's for this example, $10. TMI, let's call it's another $5. So that means it's $5 times your square foot is that proportionate share of those expenses. We need to add those two up, multiply it by the square footage, and that's going to be your annual rent. And then you can throw this HST on that if you want or not. But that's how you're calculating your annual, and then you can work into your monthly rent from there.
The TMI sort of interrupt.
Yeah, absolutely.
$5 in this scenario, is that a locked-in number? Does it change? Property taxes go up? That changes?
Great question. Yeah, we're just going to go there. So that's the thing with TMI. So TMI, most cases, is a fluctuating number. So it's going to be reviewed on an annual basis. Usually what they do is they say, okay, for 2026, we're estimating the number is going to be $5. So you're going to pay $5 for the year, and then at the end of the year, we're going to do a reconciliation. We're going to look at what the expenses were, and either we're going to give you some money back, or we're going to have to ask you for a bit more, right? Maybe it was $5.22 or something a square foot. You can look at locking these numbers in. It's happened, right? With a commercial lease, you can do anything you want. It's contract law, but it's unlikely. Landlords are going to say, well, this isn't a profit to me. This isn't a benefit to me. I'm not taking money off of this. It's completely a flow through. So if their taxes increase, they want to be able to just say, okay, well, that needs to be put back onto the building. And that's how that runs. CAM, very quickly, very similar thing. It's just common area maintenance. So sometimes, for a condo example, right? Maybe property taxes included in the condo fees or whatever, right? Sometimes there's different things going on. So they'll just charge what's called CAM, exactly the same thing. And then in some cases, they'll charge TMI and they'll charge CAM. Right?
So we got taxes I can wrap my head around because here's the tax bill. Insurance I can wrap my head around. Here's the insurance bill. Is maintenance going to be, hey, I have this maintenance bill over the last year. Here it is.
So with maintenance, there's a couple different things. So what we see in most professional landlord leases is going to be the maintenance cost of just running the building. So what's it, the common area lights, cleaning the hallways, stocking toilet paper, like, the very basic things. And then what we'll see in a lot of leases, they'll state that they can amortize life cycle systems into the maintenance item. Meaning, let's say the roof goes, there's a leak in the roof. The landlord will fix the roof, and then they'll amortize that into the rent. So they'll basically take that and say, okay, we're going to add, $1 a year onto your TMI for the next 5 years to cover the cost of the roof. But we're also going to charge an interest on that money. right? So this is why it's so important to dive into these lease agreements, because I've seen 10% interest on amortized expense, and it's like, okay, well now the landlord is making money,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So just be careful of these things. Take a look at it. I hope that demystifies
It
what
does,
TMI
and all the more
is.
reason to get involved if you're looking, because there's so many people. I'll just, it's 1,500 square feet. I'll just go. It's
Yeah.
like, you really need a pro.
Yeah.
Right, for all these reasons.
Well, it just happened to one of our agents the other day. Kim called me and he goes, "Oh, so the tenant, I was working with somebody and they went and just leased a space, right, without me." He goes, "Ah, man, like it happens, right?
Yeah.
It happens. It was a small thing. It was 500 square feet, whatever. But now that tenant keeps calling him, being like, wait, what's CAM? Like, what's TMI? Like, like asking the questions you were just asking me, and he can't comment on that now. He didn't represent them
legally can't comment.
And so I told him, I said, you have to tell her to
It's
talk
tough
to her
'cause
lawyer.
like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not helping you. I can't.
Yeah.
Right. So and we do. So just for context, the investments group does have people on the team that can support you, even as small as 500 square feet. 'Cause
Absolutely.
we get that. People go, "You're always doing buildings. We don't want to bother you." It's not a bother. We want to help you because there are a lot of ways you can kind of step in the wrong direction if you don't have good counsel. So
Got it.
thank you for that. That was
Questions
awesome.
of the week.
Questions of the week.